Okay, so up here we have the review of the settings, which we could then go ahead and edit. And we have a dialog to install our tag. Now this might look pretty familiar to you. We could open this up and expand it. This looks pretty similar to what we got for our remarketing tag. But this is going to be our conversion tag, and the main difference is that it has to go only on the page that signifies the conversion, not on any other page. As opposed to the remarketing tag, which we wanted to put on every single page of our website. So I'm going to go ahead first and copy over this entire tag. I have the option to save instructions in tag, or I could email the instructions in tag right here to my web developer, which is a really helpful and useful tool if somebody else is managing your website. Simply enter in their information, click send. But we're going to save instructions in tag. We downloaded it so we could grab it for later use, and I'm going to go ahead and click done. Okay. Once we clicked done, we have our conversion report, where we have our name, the source, which is going to be our website, the category is lead, tracking status is unverified. Once we have one conversion that was registered in our account, this will change to verified, and we'll be able to, Google will know that the tag is working properly. It shows us our conversion windows, it shows us how we're counting them, and then it'll show us the actual data, repeat rate, how many clicks came back for another time, clicked on an ad and converted again, conversions, and the conversion value. Okay, now that we have our tag copied to our clipboard, we want to go ahead and add that tag to our website. Now, once again, I don't have Poppin's backend access. Here we are on Poppin, but I do have access to our website, and I can show you exactly what that looks like. Okay, so let's jump over to our website over here. And for example, let's say we're going to be setting up our Contact Us page conversion tracking. So if I go over to our Contact Us page and we scroll down to the bottom, this is the form right here that we'd like to track conversions on. Okay, so what we want to do is have conversion tracking set up over here. Now, we don't want to have conversion tracking code installed on this page, because this page, if somebody comes to this page, it doesn't signify that they submitted a form or they took the action. Only when they go to the redirect page after they click Let's Get Going or submit, or however your form is set up, that's what signifies they reached a conversion. Let's just go ahead and fill out a test form. Now this is the page that you want to have that conversion tracking tag installed on. Okay, that's the really important thing. Because if somebody came to this page, this is not a page that's navigable from our main site. If somebody came to this page, that means they submitted a form, and this is the page we want to have a conversion tracking tag installed. If we go back over to our trusty tag manager and we click enable, then we'll have to refresh this page. And we click our tag manager. Here we have our Google Analytics tag, which is the tag that is tracking our conversions. There is multiple ways to track conversions, but what we want to do is add our AdWords conversion tracking code to this page to make sure we're tracking it properly. So let's go into our WordPress dashboard, and if you're using like Weebly and Wix and Squarespace and all the other different types of web builders that we touched upon, that we've mentioned before, the concept is adding a raw HTML block. That's usually what it's going to be. That's usually what it's going to say in most of these web builders, is add a raw HTML block. If you don't know how to do this, or you don't have access to the back end of your site, or you're just too kind of nervous to modify the code, which is okay, then just send it over to your web developer or your webmaster or whoever, or even a friend or colleague who understands HTML and who could kind of help you out and add this to your page. So let's go back over to our WordPress dashboard. I just want to show you what this looks like, okay? So I'll actually navigate to that page from here. I'll click on Edit Page, open it in a new tab, drag it over. And here we have our successful submission page. And I want to go ahead and add that conversion tracking tag. So what I could do is add a raw HTML block down here. And there's all different types of ways you could do this. You could do this via FTP, which is probably the best way to do it, but this way works just as well. And I'm going to go ahead and paste in our Google code for Contact Us form submission page. I'll click Save. I'll update that. And now I'll refresh the page over here. And if I click on the tag, now I have our AdWords conversion tracking tag showing right over here. Okay? We have our conversion ID. We could match that up with the conversion ID in our account, but of course there's no reason to assume that it's not the correct tag. So here we have our AdWords conversion tag and tag on this page, and this is exactly how you want it to look and how you want it to function. Now I'm just going to go ahead and remove that because of course that's not the right thing for me. Click Update. And if I refresh the page now, that conversion tag will be gone, and I'll just have my remarketing tag and my Google Analytics code. Okay? So that's very simple and very straightforward. Once we have data, like I said, you're going to start seeing information here. But what we've done is a very important thing. We created the conversion pixel, and we understand where this conversion is going. We figured out how to count these conversions, and we also figured out how to check and install it on our pages. When we want to go ahead and add new form submission conversions, it's the same exact process. You would click plus conversion, and you go through the same process again. Let's just quickly jump over into our previous account and take a look at what the conversion reporting looks like in this account. As you can see here, they had, we show how we're optimizing, we show our conversion window for each one, and we show our repeat rate. Okay, conversions, we show how many conversions there were, and we show how many sales there were. Let's say I see my report shows me that most people convert outside of 30 days from the original time of clicking on an ad. If that's the case, then I might want to broaden my conversion window, and I could do that just by clicking on this and going up and clicking 90 days and clicking Save. Okay, so let's say I want to make a 90-day conversion window. That's exactly how I would do it. Okay, so it's very, very easy. Now, I might want to make my conversion window smaller than 30 days. If I see that I'm running an extensive Facebook campaign and I know that most people will generally buy within 7 days of clicking on my ad, and I don't want to count conversions, I don't want to attribute conversions to AdWords that really came from Facebook or came from other marketing campaigns, then I can go down and make it 1 week. But for now, I'm going to leave it at 90 days. And that's exactly what the more conversions we have, if we have 5, 7, 10 conversions, they would just continue to pile up down on this list, and we'd be able to see all that data that we've been seeing for these 2 conversions in this account. Let's just cancel out of this new conversion, and in the next video we're going to go ahead and set up a call-only campaign and a call extension that will start tracking our calls from ads, and that's a very important component above form submissions is conversion tracking conversions that are centered around phone calls, because like we said, a lot of businesses do rely heavily on phone calls. The general benchmark is 15%. If more than 15% of your leads come in through phone calls, then it's definitely worthwhile making sure you could track phone calls. If it's under 15% and it's usually through purchases on your site or form submissions or people taking a download or signing up for a newsletter or downloading an ebook or downloading a free trial, then don't worry about the phone call submission and just focus very heavily on the form submission. So I'll see you in a couple seconds. We're going to go into the call-only campaigns, create a really good phone call tracking system, and I will see you in just a little bit. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope you learned a lot from it, and we will see you in a couple seconds over in phone call conversions. Cheers for now, guys. Talk to you soon.